Hello, good morning, and welcome to Full Tremine Extra Time. As per usual, Duke's got another excuse and he's not turning up, so unfortunately, you've got the company of me and my mate Steve. How you doing, mate?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, dear, no Duke again, but he'll be here. He'll be here at some point. You know, he keeps
Yeah,
coming back. But I'm good.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like a boomerang, they always eventually come back, don't they?
Yeah, I've never thought of Duke as a boomerang before, but it works definitely.
But you can tell I don't like running these things. It's because I ain't even told you what the show's called, but obviously you would have seen it. This is Extra Time Tactics Ball. This is the show where we preview the game and we talk tactics that we would like to see, who do you reckon Moyes will see, and I'll give you a few stats as well, like the heads to heads. But the most important thing is we're going to the London Stadium tomorrow. We are facing Chelsea, and I'm not going to
Mm.
lie, they look very decent against Liverpool last week, and under the new manager Pochettino. Steve, how'd you see the game going, mate?
Well, I'm not overly hopeful. I've got to be honest. I, if we get a draw, we've done well. They look good
Hmm.
last week. A lot will depend actually on if he plays Alvarez and Ward-Prowse, because our best chance of scoring against them is with our big lads in the middle, good cross, that
Yeah,
kind of thing. And also, as per usual, we'll soak up a lot of pressure and have little possession. I'm not confident, but then having said that, when we beat them 3-2 with Masuaku's amazing goal, which was actually meant to be a cross, I was sat right behind that. I didn't fancy us for then, so you can never tell. We often get something against Chelsea, so I'm hopeful, but I'm not expecting anything. Anything's a bonus tomorrow.
yeah. Well, you're talking about that, so I'll do some head-to-heads. I'll get straight into the stats. So, in total, we've played Chelsea 55 times in the Premier League, 16 wins for us, 29 for Chelsea, and 10 draws. The most important part of them 16 wins, what we've got Chelsea, 11 of them have been at home. So our record at Stamford Bridge has never been great. I'll go in the previous fixture. Obviously, we drew 1-1 with Chelsea at the London Stadium on 11th of February this year. And we won't go into too much detail. Obviously, the 2-1 loss at Stamford Bridge last year with Mendy and
Oh,
Bowen.
yeah.
And we lost 1-0 to um, to them at Stamford Bridge at the end of April, and then, like you mentioned, the 3-2 there. So the records are not actually that bad, Steve, when you think about it. It's not like we're playing
No,
Man City when it's the aggregate score of probably 5-0 per game, to be fair. So, actually, our record against Man City is pretty good. I'll probably say something like Liverpool, probably. But yeah,
yeah.
you know what I mean.
No, Brighton are our bogey team, aren't they? We never beat
Yeah, they
Brighton.
are, mate. Yeah, they are. Um, we'll save that for another show, but obviously the Paqueta move to Man City's off. We don't want to talk about it to
No.
the depth. Do you reckon? Obviously, there was the transfer speculation last week, and obviously now this scandal. Do you reckon he's professional enough to do his talking on the pitch?
Yeah, I do actually, but it entirely depends how it's affected him, doesn't it? Because
Yeah, it does, mate.
I know if it was me, it would really affect me, and I'm not sure I'd be in the right place
Yeah,
to to play football. And to be honest with you, I feel very sorry for him because if he's made a mistake, everybody does. Let's not make his life miserable. And if he hasn't done anything, because let's face it, you're innocent till proven guilty.
yeah,
Every everybody should keep quiet and see what comes out of it, and not make any judgment until then. Which is actually what I'm going to do. I'm not going to make any comment about what's what he's done or what should happen if he's done it until I know, because he may well not have done it. But
yeah.
I hope he's in the right place for tomorrow because he's a great player, and I hope all the fans get behind him if he plays and the club support him through this.
Yeah, no, exactly, mate. Exactly. Obviously, we talked about the game on Monday at Bournemouth. We'll sort of go through each player. Do you expect Ariola to start on tomorrow?
Yep, I do.
Hmm.
Particularly because Fab kicked off a bit. I think that will annoy Moyes, and he'll
Yeah,
keep Ariola in to prove a point as much as anything else.
yeah, no, exactly, mate. Obviously, I think the fullbacks pick themselves. Obviously, Sufal and Emerson. Do you reckon we'll go to still play a back two with Zuma and Aguerd, or do you reckon Moyes might have something else up his sleeve? Maybe chuck a Bonnering and go to a back three.
Hard to say. I think the back three would probably be more solid against Chelsea and help on the counter. So I just don't know. To be honest, I wouldn't put a Bonner in. I'd put Kehrer in, though. That would be the difference for me. Yeah, I'd have Kehrer in there.
Yeah, so that could work. The back three of Kehrer, Aguerd, and Zuma, obviously Emerson as the other four. And one thing is as well, we can technically go to a back four. Potentially as well, you can shift people over. So when we are attacking, we can go to the four. So yeah, I can see that working, mate. So the question is, I think Ward-Prowse will play. Me personally, I don't think he'll play Alvarez. What about you?
He should play Alvarez absolutely against Chelsea, because Alvarez is a very, very good defensive midfielder.
Yeah,
and we could easily get overrun. But no, I don't think he will. It all depends on Paqueta, doesn't it? If Paqueta plays, I think it's Paqueta, Fornals, and James Ward-Prowse for me. If Paqueta doesn't play, it's Fornals, Ward-Prowse, and Souček. That's what I'd expect.
You think he'll drop Souček? Yeah.
No, I said I don't know. Actually, that's a tough one because
I thought he was one of our best players. You can't really drop him, really.
No, you can't, can you?
So I was thinking maybe Ward-Prowse, Souček, and Paqueta.
Yeah, that's more likely. But if Paqueta doesn't play, who does?
Fornals will play, I think. I think Fornals will play.
Because to be fair, Fornals was good, wasn't he? He played.
Fornals was good as well, but I'm just thinking of the power and what we'll need. The danger from set pieces. For Souček will be more effective than Fornals, wouldn't he, in the box?
Yeah, absolutely, I agree.
Yeah. Do you reckon Benny got a lot of stick from a lot of channels and pundits? Do you reckon he still keeps his place? Or could you see maybe if he does play, not dropping Fornals and maybe put Fornals out on the left, even though I don't like seeing him there?
What about putting Cornet out there?
Yeah, maybe.
Give him a go. Look. Was Benny that awful? Benny wasn't great, but then that's Benny. He'll have one brilliant game.
Yeah.
And you'll have a not so good game, but he's better at home. That's the thing. He plays his best games at home. So that's a tricky one with Benny. On the other side, Bowen picks himself, doesn't he? To be fair.
Yeah.
But
who do you reckon starts up front? Do you reckon Antonio will?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
In that team with Ward-Prowse in there, I think you've got to. I wish we had an alternative to him, but I think he starts up front. Yeah.
I'll talk about some Chelsea injury list. So Broja's still out. He's still in rehab. Potential return the middle of September. Sorry. Chalobah's out as well.
Yeah.
Fofana's out. He's ruled out for a long while. They ain't even got a return date for him. Reece James, obviously, just been made captain. Yeah, it's a tough one for Chelsea to take. It's a good news for us, but I can't remember the dude's name. The right back, who Chelsea have got. Yeah, no, it's he was on. He played against us when we played Lyon the other year. I can't remember his name. I think it's Gusto, the youngster. He played last week, so he's a good, promising right back. So he'll probably play. So when they're losing one player, obviously they've got a lot of money, so they'll probably replace him with that.
And they can start Lavia and Casado, can't they?
Now? Yeah, no, exactly.
I mean, that is a hell of a strong team, even with their injuries.
Yeah, Sterling always seems to do well against us. So yeah, no, I'm still hopeful, Steve. I'm still hopeful because, like you said, when we beat Chelsea 3-2, they were on the likes of Mount, Thiago Silva. So they
Yeah.
have decent players, and we've managed to cause an upset. Obviously, when even going back to flipping 2003 when we needed that win when Di Canio scored, it was against all odds, and we managed to get a result. And Moyes seems to do well against certain top six side, and hopefully he can get it right.
Yeah,
This tomorrow.
the thing is, though, they've got Poch now, haven't they? And he is a
Yeah,
top-class manager. You know,
he is.
tactically and everything. We're not playing a Graham Potter or a Frank Lampard side, are we? We're playing the
No,
Poch side.
exactly. So I'm going to put you on the spot, Steve. What do you reckon the score will be?
My heart says 1-1. My head says 2-0 to Chelsea, I'm afraid.
Okay. I'm going to go for a 2-1 West Ham win.
I hope you're right and hope I'm wrong. Yeah.
And do you know what I'm going for? I'm going for a James Ward-Class free kick masterclass. I reckon he'll score tomorrow.
Yeah, I could see that actually. Yeah. Yeah. So look, we could turn them over, but just looking at it in the cold light of day, I think they should win. But I'm hoping, beyond all hope, we do.
Yeah, I am too, mate. I am too. What we'll do, gents, is we started to do it. Gents and ladies, I should say, not just gents. We started doing it last week on the extra time just to add some bit of time up. We'll talk about the fixtures which are happening. We'll just do a little prediction. I ain't got time to sit there and write it down, so we'll just do this for fun. Obviously, people who weren't aware, Sheffield United thought they got their first point back in the Premier League, and Chris Wood managed to score so Nottingham Forest won 2-1 yesterday.
Right.
Yeah, good result for Nottingham Forest. So we'll get on to the games, Steve. Fulham, Brentford. So a London derby. Obviously, Brentford got that 2-2 draw against Spurs last week, and Fulham got their 1-0 win at Everton. How'd you see that game going, mate?
1-1.
1-1. That's not a bad shout. I am going to go for a boring 0-0.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I could see that as well.
Yeah, I think they look good, Brentford, but away from if it was the other way around, if Brentford were at home, I'd definitely back them for the win. But away from home, they seem to struggle, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
So the next game, Steve, is Liverpool versus Bournemouth. Obviously, Liverpool got that draw against Chelsea, and obviously we played Bournemouth last week. And to be honest, they weren't that great, but they've got some good energy, haven't they, Bournemouth? So how'd you see that one going, mate? Obviously, it was 9-0, I should say. Scott Parker's last game last year.
3-0 Liverpool.
3-0 Liverpool. Yeah, I like the look of that. Yeah, there's something about Liverpool. I've always been a fan of, and if he don't start playing, I'd even inquire for him. I love Nunes, their striker. I think he's fucking amazing, and I'd be all over that as well if he don't start playing. But yeah, I'm gonna go for. I'll go 2-0 Liverpool. I think it'll be comfortable for them.
I think it's a Liverpool win. Yeah.
Yeah, just a matter of the score. The next fixture and the last 3 o'clock game of today is Wolves versus Brighton. Very impressed with Wolves on Monday against Man United.
Yeah.
They had the most shots by an away side since like 2005. So I think it was like 20 shots in total. And obviously Brighton, they got a comfortable win against Luton. Yeah, it's a tough one to call, that one, Steve.
Well, Wolves don't seem to be able to put it in the net. They seem to be able to create lots of chances. So I'm going to go 1-0 Brighton, just because Wolves won't score, not because Brighton are particularly the better side.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm going to go for 2-0 Brighton. I think they'll just have enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
God, what a game of football with 2 games here. 5:30 kickoff. It is Spurs versus Manchester United. What about that one, Steve?
Oh, blimey. Oh. 1-0. I don't think Spurs have got enough to turn them over. I don't think United have got enough to turn Spurs over. I think 1-0.
They're one of the 2 teams what I don't really like either.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 2-1 Man U. I think Rashford's just different class, and I think he'll
Yeah,
be
he
the.
is.
I really like him as well, so I think he could be the difference tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 2-1. Man United. 2-1 Man United. What a game this is at 8 o'clock. Manchester City versus Newcastle, 8 o'clock kickoff. Cool. That's horrible for the Newcastle fans, isn't it? Christ.
Yeah. 2-0 City.
2-0 City. Before I move on to my prediction, what do you make of people saying Newcastle are title contenders, Steve? Do you see that, or do you reckon because they're
No,
playing?
not yet.
I don't think with Champions League football, I don't think they'll have enough to do it.
No, a couple more seasons yet. Need to
Yeah,
build for a couple more seasons. I think they're a very good shout for top four, maybe even runners up. But I don't think they're going to get past City.
yeah. I'm gonna go for a 3-1 City win. I think Haaland. I'll tell you what though, mate. Palmer the other night in that Super Cup. What a player! What a
Yeah.
player! I think Bayern Munich and Dortmund are coming in for him now as well. They
Well,
actually want him.
good luck to the lad. To be
Yeah,
fair, you know,
yeah,
look, as much as I'd say he's probably better off going to Bayern Munich than he's coming to us
yeah,
under
yeah.
Moyes.
No,
You know.
yeah, no, definitely. Right, mate. So before our game tomorrow, live on Sky Sports as well, we have Aston Villa Everton. How do you see that one going, mate?
2-0 Villa.
Yeah. I actually agree with that scoreline. I've said it so many times. Ollie Watkins is the key to Man City.
Uh,
Aston Villa, if Ollie Watkins gets injured, I think they'll struggle, but he just seems to be the difference what they need.
I think Everton are going to struggle this season.
Yeah, me too.
Again.
If you could take any of their players, mate, would you take any of them to
Anana.
improve our squad?
Anana.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. I've got that soft
Absolutely.
spot for him as well. I like McNeil, Dwight McNeil. I've always liked him, even when he was
Yeah.
at Burnley. I think he would be a good fit for us as well. But yeah, hopefully it was. And then tomorrow, we've obviously mentioned our predictions for the game, West Ham Chelsea. Last one for you, mate, is on Monday night, London Derby, Crystal Palace Arsenal.
Uh, I'd like to say Palace 5, Arsenal 0, but I don't think that's
Yeah,
going to happen. Uh, 3-0 Arsenal. As much as I
I'm
hate to say it.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna probably get my pants pulled down for this. No, I won't. I won't. I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal. I was going to say 2-0. The fact that Elise's signed that new deal, I think he's going to prove a point. But I think he'll probably get the goal. But yeah, I think Arsenal will just, especially Arteta with his ways, he'll probably get a decision.
Arsenal have got an awful lot this season. You know, they are
Yeah.
a good side.
They didn't look that good against Forest, though. I don't think they were that great, to be perfectly honest. What
No,
people were making out, if I'm being honest. But like you said, they got the results, didn't they?
they look vulnerable from crosses.
Yeah.
That's what I thought watching them. But, you know, I still think Arsenal will win Monday night. And we'll go from there, really. You'll see the true mettle of Arsenal when they come up against the likes of City, United, Liverpool, Newcastle. Then we'll see how good they are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, definitely. Like you said, everyone, we're trying to keep these tactics boards very short because we don't want to bore the pants off you, and there's only so much you can talk about a game. Obviously, the analysis show, we still ain't come up with a name for that yet. I've just said that off the tip of my tongue. It probably won't be called that. But yeah, I just want to thank everyone, especially for the feedback, not just in the comments. I had a couple of messages. I hope everyone's enjoying the breakfast shows as well. I'm just trying to do something
Yeah,
different.
great.
The shows will probably be on a Monday, Wednesday, and a Friday. Just and then they may die down after the transfer window shuts. I'd just like to say as well, anything that I am putting out in these transfer shows, I'm just saying what is circulating on social media. I'm not saying that it's spot on. I did mention a couple of the sources because they like to be known, but
Yeah.
I'm not an ITK. I'm just saying what is on social media. So shoot the messenger. That's all I want to say on that front.
No, it's
I'm
fair
just
enough. We're not. We don't pretend to be ITKs here. We just pick up information secondhand, don't we?
Yeah, no, exactly. And like you said, Duke apologises for not being here. So the headquarters show on Monday will probably be changed to I don't know. We might just do a bit of post match in that show. I'm not too sure. We'll have to catch up on
I have
that.
to
But
say,
once again, the likes on these videos and the views have been amazing. Like you said,
yeah, thanks, guys.
any people who you think may find us interesting, just forward it, share it on your social media. We'll be trying to get as much info out as we can. Steve, do you want to add anything before we go, mate?
No, looking forward to actually. Well, yeah, I do actually. I'm looking forward to going up to the game. I'm looking forward to meeting up with a few lads for a beer, and looking forward to being back in the stadium, whatever the result may
And
be.
I know you don't have to tell his results. A shout out to your boy James for his results. I know he's probably watches this as well, so I'm going to give a personal shout out to him. Congratulations, mate, and enjoy uni.
Yeah, terrific A levels. Very proud dad over here, I can tell you.
Yeah. So you can tell him now, Steve, that he's got a shout out coming on the show, so he definitely has to watch it.
Okay, I'll make sure he does. Yeah.
No,
Okay,
thanks for everyone. Remember to put a like on the stream. Tell all your share it on your social media. Tell them how amazing we are. We're up to 92 subscribers, I believe. So we're slowly growing up the ladder. We're not West Ham Fan TV or Hammers Chat level yet, but we're very proud with our progress. And one last important thing to say is,
come on, you irons.
on you irons. Take care, everyone.
Cheers.